Good morning and Jai Hind class. First of all, I must clear you all that today's class is going to be very, very important for everyone. Ma'am is going to discuss the pattern of the paper and will revise the syllabus also. So each one of you, please pay full attention, give me your all ears and be attentive now to attend the class. So let's start and proceed toward the class. Yes, beta. As we all are aware of UT2, Unit Test 2. So let's discuss the blueprint of our English paper, how your English paper will be. Beta, the duration of the paper will be of 30 minutes. Okay, you will get 30 minutes to solve that paper and the paper will have 20 questions only. All the questions will be of MCQ based. And MCQ means every question will have three options and you have to choose the correct one. So you have been given enough time to solve this paper because better MCQ questions don't take much time. They can be solved very easily in a very short time. So before making your choice, before selecting the answer, you will read the question properly, understand its meaning well, what is the demand of the question, and only then choose the right answer. Nobody is going to make any hurry in making this decision. Am I clear to everybody? Yes. No need to make any hurry. Take your own time. Read the question slowly and carefully and must read the complete question because sometimes the question sounds familiar but they mean something different. Okay, so before choosing your answer, you must be 100% sure. Only then you click the right answer. Now the whole paper will be of 20 marks. 20 marks means each question will be of 1 mark. So nobody is going to leave any of the questions. You have to answer all the questions. It is compulsory. This is the paper. Okay, in this way your English paper will be. Now let's come to the syllabus beta. In English syllabus, in literature, you have two chapters. Damon and Pythias and Elegy on the Death of a Mad Dog. And in grammar, you are preparing verb. Okay, so let's first of all we discuss or we revise our literature. Our first chapter is Elegy on the Death of a Mad Dog. That is written by Oliver Goldsmith. Each one of you must know the title of the chapter and its writer name. I can ask the writers or the title of the chapter. Okay, I can ask any question from that chapter from anywhere, even from in the between of the chapter only. So you must know each and everything about that chapter. Now, what is an elegy, beta? Elegy is a poem which expresses sorrow over the death of a friend or acquaintance. Acquaintance means the person you know, जिसको आप जानते हैं. That is जिसके बारे में आप जानते हैं. That is your acquaintance. Okay, so an elegy is a poem which expresses sorrow over the death of a friend or acquaintance. Now, this poem is about the man described in the poem was bitten by a mad dog living in the same town. About which town they are talking about? They are talking about Slington. In Slington city, there was a man living. Okay, the man was considered to be a kind hearted and religious man. He was thought to be a good Christian. He was ever ready to help the poor and needy. The man who was living in the Slington town who befriends of a dog, and that man was very kind hearted, very generous. He has always helped the needy people, poor people. He used to give food and cloth to needy ones. Okay, ever. Okay, and one day what happened? One day the dog who was befriend of that man bit him. One day that dog bit the man, that good man. Now, everyone saw that the good man would die as the dog was diseased, and he was that dog was suffering with a deadly disease, so everyone was thinking now the good man is going to die, okay, as the dog has bit him. However, a wonderful thing happened. The man recovered, but it was dog that died. What happened? Instead of the man, the good man who died, the dog died. It proved that the man was not as good and noble as he appeared to the world. He had a deceptive appearance. This climax means the man is saved and the dog is dead. It shows that this is not the general. This is not common beta. What happens generally when a dog bites a man? The man dies because of the infection. No, and the dog is saved. But in this elegy, the dog was dead and the man was saved. So, by this climax, by this ending, the poet wants to say that the man was more poisonous rather than the dog. The way that man was appearing to the people, the way he was showing himself, that was not his true identity. By heart, that man was not good, not kind. He was a biased and cruel man. Okay, and that is why as his character was corrupted, the dog died. So this is the moral of this story, even that no one should be judged by his or her outside appearance, outer appearance. Okay, now let's take a glance at the word meanings also, because this time ma'am is going to ask the word meanings. Okay, and I can ask whether the synonym or antonym. Antonyms means the opposites of those words. So without knowing the meaning, how will you write their synonym or antonym? Okay. Now let's come to the word meaning, children. The first word is godly. Godly means religious or devout. Means the person who has too much faith in God. That is a godly person. And the man who has been described in the poem, was he a godly person? No. He appeared as a godly person, but he was not a godly person. He was showing off that he is a very religious man. Okay, but he was not at all a religious man. He has a fake identity. Okay, now let's come to the second word, clad. Clad means clothed or dress someone. Okay, mongrel, whelp, and curs. Beta, these words are referring to different breeds of dogs. These mongrel, whelp, and curs, these are different breeds of dogs. They refer to dogs. Now, pike. Pike is a feeling of resentment or irritation. When you feel irritated, you feel annoyed, गुस्सा आता है, that is pike. जब किसी बात को सुन के आपको गुस्सा आता है, that is pike. That feeling is pike. Then rug. Rug is good for nothing person, worthless man, doesn't do any work. He is a rug. Fights with everyone. He is a rug. Steals, lies. Okay, backbites. So of no use. What kind of person is that? That is a rug, bad man. Okay, now wondrous. Wondrous is extraordinary good or great. Okay, when that something is too good, that is wondrous. Now foe means enemy, and sword is the past tense of swear. It means that to use rude or bad language for someone. Okay, so this was about the chapter, our first chapter, LG on the death of a mad dog. Now let's revise the second chapter. Our second chapter is Damien and Pythias, part 1. And who is the writer of this chapter, beta? Louisa May Alcott. Louisa May Alcott has written this chapter, Damien and Pythias. Now tell me, this story is about what? About a residential school. Residential means where the children can live like your hostel. Okay, so Damien and Pythias is a story of a residential school. And who was running that residential school? Mr. Beher. Mr. Beher was running that residential school. And what kind of man was Mr. Beher? Very kind and generous man. Now he has given equal opportunity to all the boys who were living in the hostel. Okay, to prove themselves. Now he has given equal opportunity, equal rights to each one of them. Okay, now the passage tells the story of Nat, who is accused of stealing money of his friend Tommy. Tommy got some money from whom? From Mrs. Joe. Why Mrs. Joe has given Tommy some money? Because Tommy's hens laid the eggs and Tommy sold those eggs to Mrs. Joe. And Mrs. Joe had given $1 to Tommy for that. And where had Tommy kept that money? Inside a broken down mower. Mower, do you know? That machine that is used to cut the grass को कट करने के लिए जो मशीन यूज होती है, मो करने के लिए जो मशीन यूज होती है, that is mower. So Tommy kept that money inside a broken down mower. And who else knew about that money? Nat. Because in Nat's presence, Tommy kept that money inside the mower. Now Nat insisted, that's why everybody accused him of stealing that money. Okay, now Nat insisted that he is innocent, but no one believed him. Mr. Behed, their master, forbids the boys from tormenting Nat. Tormenting means pareshan karna, to tease someone, to harass someone. So Mr. Behed instructed all the boys not to torment Nat. Now, Dan is the only boy who believes Nat and protects him from the boys who try to pick on him. Dan is one of the close friends of Nat, and he said all the boys not to pick on Nat, because pick on means attack on someone verbally or physically. Okay, so nobody is going to pass any comment or sarcasm to Nat. Now Dan is only boy who believes Nat and protects him from the boys who try to pick on him. Ned, an older boy, goes after Nat to make him confess and is taught a lesson by Dan. The passage ends with Dan hinting that he may have stolen the money from Tommy and Nat refusing to believe him. Okay, this is all the chapter about beta. Now let's once look at the word meanings. Now, come at the first word. The first word is desperate. Desperate means anxious or worried. And when you are too much perplexed, too much worried to get anything, that feeling is called desperate. I am desperate to get something. Okay? Deceit. Deceit is dishonesty. When you are not loyal, that is deceit. Yielding is the act of producing or submitting something. Then torment I told you, torment means to harass or trouble someone. Now nagging means to annoy someone by continuously saying the same thing. एक ही बात को बार बार कह के जब आप परेशान करते हैं, that is nagging. That is called nagging. Now, amend is to change one's ways for the better. When you when you make an effort to correct something, that is amend. Amend your ways. We say na, amend your style of living. That is amend. So sneak is to do or take something secretly. Beta, sneak as a verb is stealing, and sneak as a noun is informer. So you must know both the meaning of this word. Okay, so here it is taken as verb. To do or take something secretly means stealing something. And as a noun, sneak is a informer who opens other secret behind. Okay. Now, badger. Badger is again pastor or bother. The person who bothers or create troubles for others or troubles others. That is a badger. In Hindi, you can say badmash. Okay. The rug. Rug. You have learned the word na beta. Rug. Rug and badger both are same. Now, worn out means exhausted when no energy is left in you to do any other work. Okay, that is worn out. Now, pitch into you means to attack on someone, whether verbally or physically. That is pitch into you. Now, everybody, please be ready. I have prepared a questionnaire, and this is going to be a rapid fire questionnaire. Means each one of you have to be extra attentive while answering. Okay, ma'am will not give you more than 2 seconds to think over. It is same as MCQ based. Okay, now I have not given the options here, but you have to guess that right answer from your side. So everybody is ready now. Let's start with my first question is, who is the writer of Damon in Pythias? Louisa May Alcott. Very good. Who lost the money? Tommy. Tommy lost the money. Yeah, he has kept inside the moor. Where was the money kept? Inside a broken down moor. Now, why did everyone think that the gnat had taken the money? Why everyone has suspected gnat only? Because he was the other than Tommy who knew about the money. Okay, gnat को ही सिर्फ पता था money के बारे में. That's why everybody was suspecting him only. How did Tommy get $1? How did he? By after selling those 4 dozen eggs laid by his hens. Hens ने egg दिया था. No, that is sold. Okay, who said? Boys, I have one more things to say. Whom do you think is talking here? Mr. Beher. Mr. Beher is talking to whom? Boys. It's written boys. I have one more things to say. Okay, who tried to comfort Nat? Who tried to comfort Nat? Dan. Dan tried to comfort Nat. Now, in what way did Tommy's hen cause the trouble? In what ways Tommy's hen caused the trouble? आपको लगता है the hen was the cause of trouble? Yes, of course. Hens laid the eggs and Tommy sold them. Then he got the money. Then only he got the money and he kept inside the moor. अगर hens egg नहीं देती तो वो egg को sold नहीं करता, तो उसको मनी भी नहीं मिलता और वो मनी को मोर के अंदर भी नहीं रखता. So who do you think, in what ways did Tommy's hen cause the trouble? Because hens laid the eggs that were sold by Tommy. Okay, now I can forgive the yielding to sudden temptation much easier than I can deceit. What were the sudden temptation and deceit? What is sudden temptation in this line, children? But a sudden temptation is stealing money. Now let me clear you. Let me explain you this word. Sudden, sudden. Everybody knows temptation. Temptation is to greed for something. जब कोई चीज आपको लालच देती है, आपको उसको देख के लालच आ जाता है. When you feel greedy at looking at, that is known as temptation. So what was sudden temptation? Sudden temptation was stealing the money. When do you steal? जब आपको किसी चीज को देख के लालच लगता है. It is not only money, it could be anything. Okay, so here in the story we are talking about the theft of money. So what is sudden temptation here? Stealing money. What is sudden temptation? Stealing money. And what is deceit? Deceit is, do you remember the meaning of deceit? It was dishonesty. Dishonesty means deliberate lying. When you lie, झूठ बोलते हैं आप, that is deceit. That is deliberate lying, deceit. Okay, so sudden temptation is stealing money. And what is deceit here? Deceit refers to deliberately lying. Okay, जानबूझ के झूठ बोलना, that is deceit. Now state whether the statement is true or false. Tell me, the man put on a show of being religious. वो show off करता था, show off being religious whenever he went to pray. Yes, he was showing off. Mongrel, puppy, whelp, and hound refers to different breeds of dogs. Yes. The man died due to bite of the dog? No, false. The dog was mad because it bit the man who had ever been good to him. Yes, the man has never ever done anything wrong to that dog. Okay, according to the poem it is. And then only the dog has bit him. The dog, we call such dog a mad only, no? Fine, so this statement is true. Now explain the word Christian I. Christian I means beta. It is virtuous person. The person who is very, very virtuous. That is referred as Christian I in the poem. Who is the writer of Elegy on the Death of a Mad Dog? Who is the writer? Don't you remember that? Let's go and check it once. Who is the writer, beta? See? Oliver Goldsmith. Very good. That was all the questionnaire. Okay. I hope, beta, the chapter must be clear to you all. What you have to do in revision now, you have to read the chapter thoroughly once, both the chapters. Okay, read the poem also very properly. After that, you will learn the word meanings and then learn all the question answers done in your notebook. Am I clear to everybody? No need to learn about the author. No need to. Okay. Now, after this class, I will share a link for your grammar revision work. Okay. There we will revise verb. That's all for today class. Best of luck for your tomorrow's test.